First, Congresswoman, let me just get your reaction when you heard last night that the court in this strange, unsigned opinion had upheld a lower court striking down of the moratorium.
It was, even though we knew that that was a possibility, the first night we were out there on the steps, we knew that this was a possibility, but it was like the air was knocked out of me. Because, again, we're talking about 11 million people. We're talking about individuals, our elders. We're talking about children that will be forced out onto the street. And it is unconscionable. It is cruel. It's inhumane. And we're still in the midst of a deadly pandemic. And we get to hear all the time about how deadly it is. People have lost loved ones over and over again. Communities have been just turned upside down. And now we are saying that it's okay. The government is saying that it's okay to just send people out to the streets.
So there are a few different ways that can proceed here. I mean, there are states like California, for instance, which has an eviction moratorium. We should note that your efforts to push the administration to do this did buy 3 weeks that wouldn't have been there otherwise. Just not all was lost. You can't run time backwards. But the biggest thing to me is this money that's sitting here. Just to read to you from the Times reporting, only about 500,000 households reported receiving assistance. Another 1.5 million are waiting for approvals, while nearly 700,000 have been rejected. Those are just the tenants who have tried to get access to the program. Over 60% of vulnerable renters have not even applied. How do we solve this to get the money into the hands of the people that need it?
One thing that I've seen in my community, I got to speak about St. Louis. We were having trouble getting people to be connected to the funds. And so after we slept on the steps for those days, after that protest, I spoke with leaders in my community, and our community put together clinics. St. Louis County has clinics set up in our county libraries and our public libraries so people can come in. St. Louis City is doing pop-ups. This is how we get people connected. And we have to be where the people are. You have to go into those communities. And I've called myself, this is the thing, Chris, I called myself to see what that process was like in my own community. And I sat on the phone for an hour and a half waiting. I understand that structurally there were issues, but we have to be able to work through those issues and people volunteer to help. We have to get that money out. The landlords need to get that money in their hands so that people can stay in their homes. I cannot sit by and allow 8,700 people in my community to hit the streets. I can't allow 11 million people all across this country to hit the streets. I will not. It is violence on people.
Yeah, I should note this. The reporter for Houston Public Media tweeted this last night. I've been thinking about it. It says, yes, there's a CDC eviction moratorium in the country now. I just met a Houston couple who filed a CDC form, got $7,000 in rent relief. Their landlord received it, but decided to return it and evict them anyway. And then CPS took their baby away because they were unhoused. And I think that last line everyone should be thinking about what the cascading effects of eviction are if people get turned out of their houses.
Chris, I would move when I was unhoused with my two babies, both of them were armed babies. They weren't walking yet. And we would move the vehicle around the city of St. Louis throughout the night because we didn't want the police to stop us and for them to take our children from us. And so I know what that's like. Why are we putting people in this position when we have the money? We have the money and we just need more time to get people signed up to get this relief.
Congresswoman Cori Bush, who has been a really vital advocate on this issue. Thank you so much for your time tonight, Congresswoman. I appreciate it.